Hello, guys. This is Char. Welcome back to the channel. Thank you so much for returning. Now, look, this is a very brief recap of last night's episode. Tonight's episode of Love and Marriage. Well, it could be considered last night, depending on when this gets finished uploading. But this past episode of the reunion. This is the last and final episode. And I don't know about you guys, but I didn't really care for it that much. Did you? Did y'all care for it that much? I really kind of didn't. I don't know why. I kind of didn't. It wasn't really giving to me. Really, this reunion wasn't really giving to me at all. And maybe because everybody got together to go against Mel, and I thought it was bold. I really thought it was wrong. But I really wanted to just touch base on a couple of things that stood out to me. I may do another brief recap, but as far as tonight, I wanted to touch base on Mel calling Martell out and really making him look like a weakling when it relates to him making that joke about Trisha. Like, yeah, we had relations or whatever. He might have said we had sex, I'm not sure, but and then he was like, sigh. It was like a got you moment, and Carlos King looked over at Ken and was like, did you like that? Did you think that was funny? And Ken was like, no, that's not funny. And I like the fact that Mel called Martell out, like, so you're not gonna say nothing to this whole man? This whole man sitting over here with muscles. Somebody that you need to be jumping up and jumping in his face and getting wrong. But you're not doing it because you love to go off and scream and yell at women because that's what you do. So truly, you're not no fool. Because you're not going to yell and scream at him. And he was like, oh, Mel, I'm not going to let you gaslight me. I'm not going to let you gaslight me. He's being respectful. He's not saying anything. We know Martell. We know. So I thought that was funny, and it was right on time and right on point. What else? So we ended up going back with this whole Nell and this mentorship shit. It's like, I am so over it, Nell. Give it a rest. Nell. And I am going to do a video in regards to her stepdaughter, Lexi. She had a lot to say. Because I'm going to follow her journey. 7 parts. I'm going to follow the journey. I'm going to do a video about that. But, I got a lot going on. I got this. I got Lexi's recap. I got Marquez's recap with Queen Sheba. We got a lot to go. We got a lot to talk about, y'all. So, yeah. But anyway, moving on with this. It's like Carlos King made a good point this past Messy Monday or Mr. Monday Night, whatever you call it in the damn show. He made a good point when he said, is this just semantics between the whole mentorship and friendship or whatever? Is it semantics? No, it's not semantics. But he went on to say that in his opinion, he feels as though a conversation would have, had to have been had between the two of them about mentorship. Meaning, Mel would have had to ask Nell for mentorship, or Nell would have had to come to Mel and say, would you like to be my mentee? As it relates to this marriage thing and the infidelity within a marriage and how to continue forward and move on, yada yada yada. And he's right. I'm in agreement with Carlos King on this, surprisingly, that yes, I feel like it would have had to have been an actual factual conversation about that very thing, mentorship. Otherwise than that, no one is going to assume that. You know what I'm saying? And nobody's just going to start saying that, oh, she's my mentor, you know what I mean? If a conversation hasn't been had, considering what mentor means. You get what I'm saying? So he made a lot of sense with that, and I'm in agreement with that. And not to mention that Mel thinks of Nell as something way more than a mentor. She considers her, I don't know if it's past tense or current or whatever, but she considered her a friend. That's more than being a mentor. That's closer than a mentor. When you want to be the person's lifelong friend over a mentor, You know what I mean? So yeah, I don't know. She's big on this whole mentor thing. You know what I mean? She has started going around saying that she was a mentor to Tisha just because she sat down at that table that day with Tisha, and it looked like Tisha really wanted to get into like a heavy conversation with her about marriage and infidelity and all this and that, but she didn't. She actually stopped herself. So yeah, I don't know what it is with this big thing and mentorship and what it means to Nell, but clearly it means a whole damn lot, a whole lot. But it was unfortunate, and it was very clear that the entire cast wanted to go against Mel, including the husbands, everybody. So yeah, she most definitely did the right thing. When she decided to leave the show, now nobody has to worry about her no more. Nobody has to worry about her, calling them to the carpet, gathering them up. You know what I'm saying? You don't have to worry about her isolating herself and ostracizing herself and sitting off to the side and sitting by herself and not owning up to stuff. Y'all ain't got to worry about that no more. And hopefully, Mel, I have it where you guys can't even bring up her name. You can't bring up her name. Don't even show no clips of me. I don't even want no clips of me shown. You get what I'm saying? So yeah, she did the right thing by leaving. I hated the way they kept cutting over to Shamar and how Shamar kept looking at Mel at the corner of her eye. Because Mel was cracking the little jokes and having some little funny moments. And when Nell and Mel was talking about the mentorship mess again, Mel started going down, sliding down her chair like, oh my God, like here we go again, So everybody was cracking up about that. And Shamar was looking at the corner of her eye, out of her peripheral, like, ugh, And it's like the nerve of this chick, the nerve. And just because you feel like you were so clear and concise with all the answers that you gave to Carlos King, no. And contrary to what people like to believe, he did not try anything with me, blah, blah, blah. And just like Mel said, I don't know Shamar. I don't know her. But I know this one. And he will have sex with anything with legs. Point blank. And the period. And that's all I'm going to say on that. And so, yeah, I like that. I really, really like that. And she probably didn't like that comment. Because, in other words, she's saying, I don't know you, but I know him. And that's facts. I don't know you, but I know him. And he will do it with anybody. He don't care the status. They probably don't even have to have legs. So yeah, this was a mediocre episode in my opinion. I didn't really care for it. It just didn't do anything for me. I'm glad it's the last one for sure. It's almost like they ran out of content. Maybe it's because they had to cut that whole thing out about the grooming ish. You know what I'm saying? And they was going to actually play that mess if us YouTubers didn't blow that mess up. And Mel herself actually bringing it up and mentioning it on her own live, and how she didn't like it and didn't appreciate it and was insinuating, I might, have my lawyers speak to this. You know what I'm saying? If they didn't hear all of that, they actually factually would have played that mess. So because they had to cut it out, they just went back to the cutting room floor and started picking up stuff. And I know it doesn't really mean that the stuff is on the floor, but I'm just saying. Did they actually go back to the cutting room floor and start picking up stuff off the floor? Picking up little clips and put this last little reunion episode together? Because I don't know. For me, it was just kind of feeling like it was all over the place or whatever. I don't know. It just did. It just did. Because they swung back around with the Destiny and the male thing. They swung back around to the male and the Miss Nail thing. It was just, and then they brought out Marquez. It was just like, okay. Then the surprise guest was Stormy. And I mean, it makes sense that the surprise guest was Stormy because she was on there at the beginning of the season. But I don't know, for the life of me, I didn't think it was her. I don't know who. I really thought it was some woman that had something to do with Martell for some reason. And of course, not Coleslaw. I didn't think it was her, but I don't know. I just thought it had something to do with Martell and one of these chicks. But I don't know. But yeah, no, this episode, I don't know what to give it. A 5? I'll give it about a 6. That's it, a 6. I don't know. What do you guys give it? It wasn't really giving to me. Like I said, I may come back if I can. I may watch the episode again and see, because I know I'm leaving a whole bunch of things out probably, but those were really kind of like the things that stood out to me. I'm glad that Mel also brought attention to how Destiny was being a single black female on the girls' trip and kept wanting to sit next to her and kept talking to her. And we didn't know that she kept texting her and was saying stuff in her ear. They didn't really show that. I mean, they did show her constantly trying to sit next to her and asking people to get up so she could sit next to her. And Destiny had the nerve to deny all of that. It's like, girl, that's why Mel was like, roll the tape. But, yeah, I don't know. It wasn't giving to me. I'm glad that this season is done. I don't know if I'm going to watch it. You guys let me know if y'all gonna watch it. I don't know. If Mel not gonna be on there, I don't know. So, yeah. Drop down in the comments. Let me know what you guys think. Like the video. Subscribe. And until next time, guys. Ciao.